Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. It's paycheck 2 of the month and I'm excited to dive in. As you can see, I've already got some numbers written down here, and the reason I did that was I needed to kind of get focused and figure out where to begin, because I don't know if I made a mistake from the paycheck 2. It was $93 off based on the bank account, or if there's something I forgot to write or what. So I'm keeping notes to myself to keep an eye on it. But I needed to do some adjustments. So if you watch my paycheck 1 weekly check-in combo video, that's where this number came from. I went to the bank account and kind of did a what are the actual numbers looking like and make sure that I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did, but it's been crazy because I've been on vacation. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I've had a lot of new subscribers. So whether you're watching budgeting videos or you're watching my plan with me's and things like that with my Erin Condren hourly life planner or my daily life planner, I am excited to have you here. So we are creeping up actually on 200 subscribers. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscription button and go ahead and give it a thumbs up on these videos. So YouTube knows that I can reach other people and help more people in the community. I have a great time doing this. I create my own budget sheets. I sell them on Etsy if you're interested. There's a link in the description box below. But right now I want to get diving in to see, do I have enough money in my checking account to cover the bills that are coming up for the month or for the paycheck 2 period? And do I have enough money for my spending categories? And that's why I budget paycheck to paycheck. You want to know actual cash that you actually have in a bank account. And you want to know, is it going to cover what it needs to cover? So paycheck 2 for me, I'll go to my calendar here, starts on the 6th and ends on the 19th. So on the 6th, I don't really have a lot of bills going on between here. Most of mine are on the 1st and then a few here. But I do have our tithe that our family tithes to our church. Hopewell is a counseling service that we go to. Geico, the counseling service is a Christian counseling service, by the way, where we can work on our marriage and talk with someone in the same like-mind faith and build upon that to, build on our future. So, everybody needs some kind of counseling at some point in life because life just is hard. So that's why we do that. Geico is our car insurance. I plan to take money out, and I may not have to take money out for this. Haircut, toner, color thing. My son and my husband, and I might move that to the 20th because I want it colored before I go out of town. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I use removable matte stickers. The stickers you see in here, I buy and cut and print my own for myself only, and so that's where I get this stuff from. Sometimes I use other sticker shops, but for most part, I just use my own stuff. Yeah, I'm going to move this to 20th because we're going out of town at the end of the month, and I want my hair colored before we go. So that's what I'm going to do there. So Hopewell again, we're going to go 3 times in a row, and then electric and life insurance. So those are the bills I'm working with right now. And when the 20th hits, that's when the rest of these bills will come out. So no problem there. Let's see. Get back to my paycheck 2. So let's go ahead and zoom in and get started. All right, so once I went to the bank account and I looked at my actual numbers, and everything seemed to have cleared as far as what was paycheck 2. I saw a discrepancy in what the bank said and what my balance forward number should say. They should actually match every time I balance forward. So I did an adjustment to the balance forward and I added $93. And it was $93 even, and I can't remember any transaction that was $93. So I don't know why, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's $93 in my favor. And I'm sure I screwed up something somewhere. Transferring money to the credit card, transferring money to savings, and trying to keep it all straight while on vacation is not an easy task. So these adjustments do need to be made from time to time. And it's good. So I'm not worried about it. If I find later what it is, then I'll mark and make a note of it. Other than that, I'm just going to keep going forward because this is what's in my bank account as of now, before this deposit hits. Now I can see this deposit and this is the exact number that we're getting. So we're going to go ahead and total these two numbers up for this Paycheck 2. And we're just going to do the budget side of Paycheck 2. We're not going to do anything else because all the activities have not happened, but we know what we're planning for. So 162.96 plus the 231 or $2,313.29. That's my husband's salary check after taxes, after Roth's taken out, after any other expenses. That's his basic salary, paycheck to paycheck. And he gets paid every other Friday. So $2,476.25 is the amount we're working with for the budget. So I have some notes over here, so I'm going to kind of get them closer to me so I can see what I'm talking about and hopefully not screw this up for you guys. But I just do bills and expenses. I don't do variable and fixed. I just list them all out based on what the calendar says and what the time period is, and that's what works best for me. If it fluctuates a little bit, I can change it in the actual column, and that's fine. So first thing that's going to come out is tithe for our church, and it's a tithe to the salary check that my husband gets, and we give $310. Hopewell with the counseling service, that is $110 every time we see them, and they're amazing service, so I absolutely love them. They've been really guiding us and helping us in a way that I didn't see coming, and it's been awesome so far. Not all of it's been happy and good, but even though some of it's negative and difficult, I'm glad we're going through it with somebody that understands what they're doing. Geico is our car insurance for 2 vehicles, and that is $107.43. Haircut, I moved that from this paycheck to the next Paycheck 3, so I'm not going to put haircut here. Hopewell again, so that's the next month. We're going 2 Mondays in a row. And these are listed in the order of the calendar, so that's the reason, that's the reason we have it in this order. No other particular reason, I can check it off as it happens on the calendar on the dates that they happen. And they kind of go, I don't have to go bouncing back and forth around. Electric. And so this month is a whopping $232.17. My husband has an overheating problem. It might have to do with his heart valves. Not sure, but he keeps the house at 68. Though this past week he hasn't. He's kept it at 70, so that's been kind of interesting. But it hasn't been 90 degrees outside either. It's been in the 80s, so air conditioning isn't running as much. We went on vacation, so hopefully that lowers it for the month of September. Let's see, because August is really July's activity for us. Life insurance, there we go. This is for 4 people, for our entire family, $87.56. All right, and then grocery household, I have budgeted. Let's see, grocery household. I didn't mean to write it that way. I'm doing $600 for 2 weeks. That's 14 days. Restaurants. Is $260, which I know we're going to blow. Just knowing us. Miscellaneous. I know I misspelled that a little bit, so I'll go back and correct that. Miscellaneous is $220. Hope to stay in that. And then gas is $100. Hope to stay in that. Gas prices do keep going up. If they go up any higher, then I'll increase the gas for the month. If not, I'm just going to keep it here. I'm going to make a note here. It says Dave Paint. So our painter has some openings, and we've decided to use some of the savings to continue with painting different rooms of the house and the quote he gave, and I think I'm just going to put it on a sticky note, but not add it in the totals here. Let's see. $1,160 is the quote, not including the paint. And you're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But he's painting ceilings. He's painting, I'm going to put it here in the actual, even though it hasn't been paid yet. And it may not be paid until Paycheck 3 once he's done. But he has 2 days available during Paycheck 2 to paint our living room and living room ceiling, our kitchen ceiling, and then dining room ceiling and the front room ceiling, and then the ceiling in the half bath, and then finish, and then we have the laundry room, and then repaint the walls in the living room and any trim that he hasn't painted already. So every time we call him out, it's anywhere from $800 to $1,000 because we have him do several rooms, and he spends 2 or 3 days painting in our house. So we're doing this because we know we probably won't be staying in this house long term, maybe just for the next couple years. So we want it really freshly painted and ready to go, and maybe just have to do a little bit of touch-up paint before we move. So we're having several things painted, and it's a big house. It's 2,400 square feet, so it's a lot of rooms, a lot of house to paint on the inside, and we just want it to look tip-top shape whenever we decide to move. So we're having it done slowly. So that is a note there, and that'll probably be a transfer from savings into the checking account, which I'll put up here at the top, and at the bottom here as the actual, and then at the bottom here, whatever he charged plus the paint, we'll do that, and then we're good to go. We think it's a worthwhile investment as far as paint. Now, before we take off here, I've got the total for the income. I need a total up, and I'm going to mark 0 here because I'm not going to budget until it actually happens. I just want to make a note and make myself aware this is coming out of savings, and that's why that's sitting there. Let's total up this part and see if I have enough money out of the income to pay the expenses for the month. So here we go. All right, so we have come up with $2,137.16. I'll write that number down here. $2,137.16. I'm gonna make that a negative. I'm gonna hit the plus sign. I'm gonna add this number here. So that would be $2,476.25. Okay, so that gives us $339.09. So we are looking good for Paycheck 2. Not a lot of wiggle room here. Obviously, I'm going to leave that as part of the buffer of the checking account to roll over to Paycheck 3, because Paycheck 3 is when we're going to do another vacation, and it's going to get crazy all over again. So hopefully I can keep up with videos. If I don't, I do apologize. But yeah, I'll show you how those numbers work. And what I will do for Paycheck 3 is I'll have another salary check, whatever we balance forward, and then transfer from savings into checking a certain amount of money to cover the cost of the vacation, the hotel, and anything we want to spend while we're gone. So that is that. And I'm going to zoom out and we'll close out this video. Okay, that is it. I have Paycheck 2 set up. I went to the bank and made sure the numbers were accurate. Hopefully they stay accurate and I'm not missing something or forgot something. If I did, I will add it in here somewhere and balance it again. But that's why budgeting is so important. Even if you make a mistake, course correcting as you go, not just how much you're spending or how you're spending your money, but course correcting that you've got the right balances. Anything outstanding that you can't think of when it does hit, you got to make sure you have enough money in there and be flexible with that. So I don't really sweat the big or small stuff in this, but I do try to stay on top of it. So this is my Paycheck 2. These are the numbers, and we'll do a Paycheck 2 closeout when Paycheck 3 gets closer in 2 weeks. And then every Friday I do a weekly check-in. So there's that in between. So you get to see those numbers in between. And yeah, that is the budget. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.